Keywords are broken down into two different categories: timing keywords and Digimon effect keywords. There is a whole list of different keywords that can be used on a card, and we're going to at least touch on all of them at the time of this recording, but keep in mind that this is an ever-growing list and things may even change as time progresses. First, we're going to start off with our timing keywords. They're pretty straightforward in what they do, but are typically the most text-heavy in as they specify what activates in each instance. These keywords inform you of the exact situation that needs to occur for them to activate, and are broken up into two different colors. Blue keywords are when your effects can activate, be it from your phases or specific actions you perform. These should be rather straightforward in when you can do them, but let's do a quick rundown. Start of your turn. These effects can only activate at the start of your turn. Start of your main phase. These effects can only activate at the start of your main phase, so after your breeding raising phase. On play, these effects can only activate when you play the card onto the battlefield. When digivolving, these effects can only activate when digivolving on top of another Digimon. When attacking, these effects can only activate when your Digimon attacks. End of attack, these effects will only activate once the attacking Digimon's attack has ended. On deletion, when this Digimon is deleted in battle or by effects, you will activate this effect. Your turn, these effects can only activate when it is your turn. Opponent's turn, these effects can only activate when it is your opponent's turn. All turns, these effects can activate during your turn or your opponent's turn. End of turn, these effects can activate at the end of your turn. End of opponent's turn. These effects can activate at the end of your opponent's turn. Security. When this card is revealed in security, so when your opponent attacks your security and reveals the card, activate this card's effect. Main. These are effects that can be activated during the main phase of your turn at any time. Counter. These are effects that can be activated during counter timing. When moving, these effects are activated when the Digimon moves from the breeding raising zone to the battle area. End of all turns, these effects are activated at the end of both your turn and at the end of your opponent's turn. Like I said, these are all pretty much self-explanatory on what these keywords do. But if you ever get confused, just keep in mind of the phases of the game and you can relate when each keyword activates during it. Purple keywords, however, are what is needed for the effect to activate, most commonly used when a specific effect requires cards to be located or used in a location to become active. And as you can imagine, they're probably what you expect to be. Hand. The card needed for this effect needs to be located in the player's hand to be used for this effect to activate. Trash. The card needed for this effect needs to be located in the player's trash for the effect to be able to activate. Breeding. The card for this effect needs to be located in the player's breeding raising zone for the effect to be able to activate. Security. Not to be confused for the blue security, purple security requires this card to be located in the player's security zone, often face up, for the effect to be able to activate. X per turn. This keyword used to be purple, but is now red on certain cards. This is essentially the limit on how many times the effect can activate per turn. The most often one you'll see is once per turn, but there is a possibility more cards will be made that increase the overall amount, so keep that in mind. And last on our list is the most important one, our Digimon effect keywords. Each keyword in this category has a specific definition on how this effect works and can be activated. While some cards can only have these keywords activate alongside our purple or blue keywords, other cards have them as persistent effects available to them, and the card will tell you whether or not the effect is always available or limited. It's a long list, but I'm going to go through them as fast as I can. Ready? Let's go. Blocker. When your opponent's Digimon attacks during counter timing, by suspending this Digimon, you may redirect that attack to your Digimon instead to battle. Security attack plus X. This Digimon gets additional security checks per attack. Security attack minus X. This Digimon loses security checks per attack. Recovery plus X deck. Place the top cards of your deck as your top security card. Piercing. When this Digimon attacks and deletes a Digimon in battle, it checks security before the attack ends. Draw X. Draw the specified number of cards. Jamming. This Digimon cannot be deleted in battle against Digimon in security. Digisorption. When this Digimon in your hand would be digivolved into, by suspending one of your Digimon, reduce the Digivolution cost by the specified amount. However, the Digivolution cost cannot be less than 0. Reboot. At the start of your opponent's turn, this Digimon unsuspends. De-Digivolve X. Trash the specified amount of top stack cards from your opponent's Digimon. You can only de-Digivolve down to a level 3 card. If no level 3 card is present, de-Digivolve until the specified amount has been fulfilled or the Digimon has no more Digivolution sources. Retaliation. When this Digimon is deleted in battle, delete your opponent's Digimon as well. Raid. When this Digimon attacks, you may change the attack target to one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon with the highest DP. Digiburst X. By trashing the required number of Digivolution sources underneath your Digimon, activate this effect. Rush. This Digimon may attack the same turn that it was played. Blitz. This Digimon may attack when your opponent has one or more memory at the end of your turn. Delay. When a card with a delay effect is played, place this card in the battle area. Then, on your next turn, by trashing this card, you activate this card's effects should you meet the following activation requirements. Guard. When any of your other Digimon would leave the battle area by your opponent's effects, by deleting this Digimon, they don't leave the battle area. Engage. At the end of your turn, this Digimon may attack. Decoy X. When one of your Digimon with the following requirements would be deleted, by deleting this Digimon, that Digimon isn't deleted. Armor Purge. When this Digimon would be deleted, by trashing this Digimon's top stack card, it isn't deleted. Alliance. When this Digimon attacks, by suspending one of your other Digimon, this Digimon gains security +1 and adds the suspended Digimon's DP for the attack. Collision. When attacking, give all of your opponent's Digimon blocker. Then, after counter timing, one of their unsuspended Digimon must block the attack. Fortitude. When this Digimon would be deleted, you may play this Digimon's top stack card onto the battle area without paying the cost. Progress. While attacking, your opponent's effects do not affect this Digimon. Training. By suspending this Digimon, place the top stack card of your deck face down as that Digimon's bottom Digivolution source. You may look at the card that is being placed face down. Use requirement X trait. Primarily found on option cards, the specified card lets you ignore color requirements to activate. Vortex. At the end of your turn, this Digimon may attack your opponent's Digimon. This Digimon can also attack the turn that it was played. Note, only one Vortex can be activated at the end of your turn. Save. When this Digimon is deleted, place the top stack card underneath one of your Tamers as its source. Material Save X. When this Digimon is deleted, place the following number of Digivolution sources underneath one of your Tamers. Partition X and X. When this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by your effects or by battle, if the following cards are in your Digimon's Digivolution sources, play one of each of those cards out from beneath your Digimon sources without paying the cost. Note, both cards must be in your Digimon sources for partition to be able to play them out. Evade. When this Digimon would be deleted, by suspending this Digimon, prevent them from leaving. Ascension. When this Digimon is deleted, you may place this card as the top of security. Iceclad. Other than against Digimon in security, when battling this Digimon ignores DP values, and instead, the Digimon with the greatest number of Digivolution sources wins the battle instead. Decode. When this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by battle, you may play the following source from that Digimon's Digivolution sources without paying the cost. Barrier. When this Digimon would be deleted in battle, by trashing the top card of your security, prevent that Digimon from being deleted. Overclock X. At the end of your turn, by deleting one of your Digimon with the following trait, this Digimon may attack without suspending. Note, only one overclock effect can be activated at the end of your turn. Fragment X. When this Digimon would be deleted by trashing the following number of Digivolution sources from that Digimon does not leave the battle area. Scapegoat. When this Digimon would be deleted other than by your effects, by deleting one of your Digimon, it isn't deleted. Execute. At the end of your turn, this Digimon may attack your opponent or any of their suspended or unsuspended Digimon. At the end of the attack, delete this Digimon. Note, only one execute effect can be activated at the end of your turn. Link plus X. The number of cards that can be linked to that Digimon. Note, by default, Digimon can potentially have one card linked to them at any given time. Mind Link. Place this Tamer as any of your Digimon's bottom Digivolution cards if there are no Tamer cards in its Digivolution sources. Link X plus Cost Z. Plug this card from hand or the battle area sideways into the specified Digimon in its battle area for its memory cost. Oh, that's a lot. Hold on. I need a second to drink. What am I doing with my life? And there you go. That's the complete list of all of the Digimon effect keywords. So anything that I listed above is a possible effect a Digimon may have should they have that keyword. But we do have a few last keywords to go over, specifically involving the alternative types of Digivolution available to you.